The Flame of Love of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, the Spiritual Diary, Chapter 3, Episode 44, Great Suffering. April 15th, 1963. I remained thoughtful, my soul in pain. My adored Jesus, the Blessed Virgin planted her flame of love in a sinful family where you received so many offenses. The Lord Jesus answered with sweet, consoling words. Jesus said, I have not come to save the just, but sinners. This is why I suffered a cruel death. This is why I chose you to be my collaborator in the work of salvation. Suffer with me, as I told you before, even to martyrdom. April 21st, 1963. The Lord Jesus said, Do you know the greatest suffering? To be misunderstood. This is the greatest torment. This will also be the sorrow of your soul, even until death. I endured it also during my entire life. You should not be greater than I, my little one. May our souls be in harmony, and our lips pray together, the Eternal Father. Suffering keeps my soul in great dryness. During these moments, suffering seems senseless and even slightly dull. Jesus said, I must give you a gentle reproach. How hard it is for you to comprehend the value and the meaning of your sufferings. Suffering is truly meritorious only if the soul accepts it with a full self-giving. You know, my Jesus, what you are asking is beyond me. My soul seeks continuously to serve you, but my body is in continual battle. In spiritual dryness, I can never see God's holy will clearly. Salvation of Souls. May 16th, 1963. While I was cooking, the Lord Jesus said, I beg you, in the future do not think about yourself. May your thinking be only us. If you come to me, and if you think of me, think that the two of us are one. Let there be no gap between us. I will fill with grace the empty parts of your soul, and you deny yourself so that, although you keep living, it will be I who live within you, and you live only through me. Then he said again, How we love you, my little one. A few days later, Jesus said, And I tell you, from now on, no longer speak of yourself. The I in you must cease completely. Let there be only me for you. That is your real life. May 17th, 1963. In the morning, I knelt at the communion rail, but when the priest saw that I was the only one to receive, he did not give me Holy Communion. I said, Oh, how painful this was for us. Jesus said, That is true. Let our joys and our pains be as one. Now we both feel that we have been set aside and we are in pain. Let us endure this grief together. Now this is easier to accept. A deep feeling for him overwhelmed my soul. Jesus said, You are my little drop of water. Immerse yourself in the intoxicating wine of my infinite divinity, both in its life-giving power and in its sweet aroma that you pour out for me. May my good aroma pour out around you. When others perceive it, they will be led to me. You see, we must be one. Do not be bound by the clay of the earth filled with worms. Let the earth be only that for you. Look at it as such, and let us save souls from the worms that threaten and swarm them. Do penance and pray for them. Your acceptance of the sacrifice is the salt that once poured over the swarming worms, they will fall like dead leeches. Let them be shriveled and annihilated. Let us have just one thought, the salvation of souls. The feeling of the presence of God. May 18th, 1963. Jesus said, "Always give me new and abundant sacrifices. I am sowing in your soul the seed of my graces, my holy doctrine. Cultivate it in your soul by your prayers, mortifications, and a continual acceptance of sacrifices. Do not forget how painful for me is the fate of the seeds that fall by the roadside. Pull up the flowers growing in your soul and bring them to me while they are fresh. Here in my presence, they will give off their sweet aroma. I only want flowers that are cut, not those which are still in a pot. A flower in a pot cannot please me because it represents a victim which draws strength and wisdom from the earth. What I will write now did not come from an intervention of words. I write it because the Lord Jesus asked me to. On one occasion, as I was taken up in prayer before the altar, the fire of God's love burned in my soul. While I was adoring him, someone came near to me, a religious sister. She became wrapped in that same love that was burning in my soul and maintained me in the presence of the Holy Majesty of God. The Lord allowed me to feel in what great measure the sister also experienced this effusion. At that time, the feeling of the presence of God so filled her that the sister whom I mentioned above lived almost for weeks, sharing with me this effusion of grace. On another occasion, I met a priest in the street. Suddenly, he greeted me. When I came closer to him, the divine presence poured forth from my soul and filled his soul. This happened to another priest on numerous occasions. However, when compared with the other priest, his outpouring was much weaker. When these outpourings happen, I am overwhelmed. Jesus said, I am the one who radiates these graces upon you and through you on the souls that come to you. The flame of love of our Mother obliges me.